Hello, my beautiful Cancer. So nice to see you again. We are ready for our full moon reading. So this full moon is also a lunar eclipse. So we have that going for us. So we're going to look at your full moon energy, what's going into the full moon, what the full moon may be bringing up for you, and then maybe a little bit of advice. So we're going to do 9 cards. If you're new to my channel, my name is Melissa, and I do zodiac readings based on the new moon energy and the full moon energy. So we looked at the new moon energy before, what we were starting, the beginning of the cycle. Now that we're at the full moon, we're at the peak of the cycle, and this is where everything should be kind of coming up from the seeds that we planted at the new moon, or the intentions that we put out at that point. So let's get started. All right. Happy birthday, Cancer. If you have already celebrated, happy belated. If it's coming up, happy birthday. I just celebrated mine last week, so I'm with you. All right, let's get some cards for Cancer. What is Cancer's overall energy going into the full moon? Okay, we have the 8 of Wands, Temperance, and the 4 of Wands. Okay, so we have some fire energy, maybe dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Oh boy. But we have the 8 of Wands here. The Temperance, I'll show you all the cards. I got a new tripod, it's attached to the table, so I'm going to shake it a lot, I'm so sorry. And the 4 of Wands. All right, so the 8 of Wands is usually like a big manifestation card for me. 8s being the infinity symbol and, you know, getting back what you put out. So I really feel like that might be something that we were working on manifesting. Were we manifesting some stability, a union of some sort, some celebration, a foundation? Were we looking for this foundation? And I'm not sure, but I think Temperance might have come up in your new moon as well. Temperance came up a lot for the new moon. So for the full moon, we still have the Temperance there. It's really about the baby steps for me. This Temperance card is about a little bit at a time, adding to what you're building. So I feel like this is kind of coming in fast for you. So I feel like there is definitely something, you're already starting to see these results from intentions that you may have put out during the new moon time, even if you didn't mean to or you weren't aware of it. How we're feeling at the time of the new moon can affect what's going on in the full moon. You don't have to be witchy or spiritual or anything like that to put intentions out there. You know, like you're doing it unintentionally, which kind of an oxymoron, but you get where I'm going with that. Like maybe you didn't realize it was the new moon and you were feeling kind of a sort of way and you put something out there, and I feel like that's kind of building for you already, and maybe something has happened kind of suddenly that like shot in for you that you're like, okay, this is what I wanted. Maybe you're just realizing this is what you wanted. But yeah, it's good energy here. Good energy. I like it. All right, so what it's kind of the second question. The next 3 cards are going to be what is coming forward for this full moon, so maybe we'll just get a little bit more specific. Okay, what is coming forward for Cancer this full moon? Ooh, okay, that one just slid back and forth a bunch. One more shuffle. One more card too, or 2. We're going to take those because they came out. All right, we have the Star. All right, so yeah, okay, these were 2 and these were 2, so we have 5 cards. Ooh boy. Okay, so this we're going in order here. So we had the Star card, which is, you know, hope and feeling good, even maybe not in the best of circumstances. We have the 5 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles, which is conflict and doing it on your own. Like you're doing the thing. You're not on your own, as in you feel left out or just alone. Like you don't feel lonely alone, but this is like doing your thing alone. You don't need anybody to help you. I like to call this my single ladies card, but this is really just being on top of your shit and you know, being okay with being alone. But we also, it came out with like attached. I thought it was one card, okay, with this 5 of Wands, which is kind of conflict. It's a battle. The 5s are tough. 5s are change. And for me in numerology, 5s represent change. But I feel like with this deck, and I've said it before, if you're familiar with my channel at all, these cards in this deck, when they don't, like, you can see the face here, and this one doesn't have faces. I'm like getting a bunch of stuff on my phone, so it's very distracting. You don't see their faces. It's more of a silhouette. For me, with this deck, that indicates that it's internal, that this is going on within you. And again, more fire energy. And look at the colors, like that looks like fire, right? There's like some kind of fire burning in here. Ooh, I'm drawn to my necklace. I got this bat on Etsy and I wrapped it, but it's carnelian, and it really goes with this card. It's helps with like motivation and like some lower chakra stuff where you feeling safe and you know, doing what you want to do. Feeling that motivated. We got that fire energy here. We also had it in the 8 of Wands and we had it in the 4 of Wands. So we definitely have a lot of fire energy. We have fire and we have major arcana so far. There's more cards, but yeah. So I feel like this you're what kind of is surfacing with the full moon is this conflict. Like, can I be this? Can I do this? Do I have the willpower? Okay. Do I have the willpower to become this person? Am I good enough for that? And you're hoping that you are. So I feel like, especially with this 5 representing change to me, change and kind of conflict, I feel like you're really kind of battling yourself and am I ready for this? Okay. You hope that you're ready for this. You hope that you're ready for this. Let me show you the other 2 cards that popped out. Again, these 2 came out together, stuck together almost. 2 aces, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So I really feel very strongly here, very strongly, that this is having to do with a relationship. We have the 4 of Wands, which kind of looks like a wedding or some kind of union and celebration. Stability, okay? That's what you were kind of maybe putting out there for a couple of weeks ago. Like, that's what you really wanted. But God, look at this, okay? Then these 2 come out together. We're talking about singularity. I guess that's the right word. Singularity, you know, solo journey kind of stuff. Like you're good on your own, but not really being sure if you'll make it. Then we pop out with some pentacles here. This is the first time anything having to do with like finances, career, or anything like that has come up for you yet in this reading. So I feel like this is kind of that reassurance, like, this will be okay. Well, I mean, it's not really the first time we have the 9 of Pentacles here, but you'll be okay. Like, we're going to hand you this and we're going to hand you this. Like, there you go. Here's your stability. Here's your financial, there's something, and their aces are new. So there's something new coming in. And then this is emotions. So I really feel like this may have to do with a relationship. Being okay, being on your own, right? The single lady card. And then we have these aces, which are 1s, which is the beginning steps. This is something new to you. Really pulling in that, like, yes, everything is going to change. We have that 5. We have the changes coming in, and it's bringing in all this new goodness for you. Like, these are just like awesome cards. Like, if we put these 2 together, you know, like this conflict, this thing that you're feeling like, can I do it? Can I do it? But you have this hope. Keep that in mind, that you can be the star of your own show. Okay. So, I really love this reading for you guys. Maybe for myself too, but that's beautiful. That's like some beautiful fucking energy right there. So, I mean, we have a little bit of conflict in there, but really everything else is amazing. Like, whatever is coming this weekend for you, also happens to be 4th of July, but we have that eclipse as well, all on the same night. So just like last weekend, we had the solar eclipse with the new, not last weekend, with the new moon, the weekend before. We had the solar eclipse with the new moon on the solstice and all of that energy going on. Whatever you did on the weekend of June 21st, 20th, 21st, Father's Day weekend, whatever you did that weekend, it did something. There is some magic brewing for you, okay? There is a bunch of new stuff coming on, and you're going to be fine. I feel like you really just need that reassurance that everything's going to be okay. We have the star, okay? We have that hope. We have healing, all right? All right, let's see if we can get any advice, any actions for Cancer to take regarding this full moon. Okay, we had one pop out. The first one that popped out was the Two of Wands. Okay, not really taking a whole lot of action. We need to kind of observe more. Okay, then we had the Judgment and the Knight of Pentacles. Another Pentacle and another Major. Okay, so this is kind of some big shift for you. All right, so let me show you the card I showed you. The Two of Wands being, you know, kind of just like being in observant mode, and the Judgment card, which is really being called to action. Like you're being called to something, maybe not action necessarily because we have this with it, but you know, it's really being divinely guided to something. It's like Judgment Day. Like you're having to answer for all of the stuff that you've already done so that you can move forward into this like new space. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so there could be a person. It's really waiting. Okay, boop, it all just kind of came together. You're waiting for this person to come in. Okay, don't take any action. There's another person, this person, that is being guided toward you. See how she's it's like it's an angel calling with the horn, calling in, I feel like, another person to you. And you're not really, okay, have you ever heard like the saying of like, you know, if you weren't trying so hard, that would just show up. You know, when you go out looking for love, you're going to find a bunch of jerks or whatever, but you find love when you're least expecting it. And I feel like that's kind of the action is inaction. The action to take is not really any action right now. Watch and see what happens. Something is being called to you. Okay, something is being called to you. And right now it's your job to just watch for the signs, watch for things being offered to you. There are offers there for you. Okay, this energy is bringing up offers, and that I feel like may include another person. I mean, it could just be, and it could be anything coming in, but this is motion. This is something coming in for you. And you know, typically the court cards represent a person. So we can go with that, or we can go with, you know, this opportunity. It could just very well be tied to this opportunity. We have the two aces right above that card. So I really feel like the action here is just wait and see. Just keep an eye out. Watch, observe for things to be kind of coming in for you. Because I feel like you already did the action. The action's been done. The spell has been cast. And now it's time to just watch for the results and watch it unfold and allow it into your life. So that's what I have for you, beautiful Cancers. Happy birthday, whether you've already had your birthday or it's coming up. I will see you in the next video, and happy full moon. Thanks as always, and have a blessed day.